Okay, try to wrap your head around this. What if on the options page there were a clipboard section? And in this section, we had the ability to change some of these names. You know, things like first and last name, they're pulling straight from WordPress and the default profile info. But what if I don't want this called section and I want it called period, but I don't want it called period because I don't want it to be long. I just want it to be the letter P. And then I could have just a 4 here. And then this is a tiny little column that doesn't take up much room. And I know this is period 4. Now, someone else could have a longer name, but that's just an idea on how to make this simple. Now, a student in period 4 changes to period 3. Now, to fix this, I have to go to the students, I have to go to period 4, and then find the kid, and then go edit their profile and change their period, if they're not up to speed. But once upon a time, we had for things like guild, that would be groups, we had a pull down. It was literally, one of these things. It was just a pull down menu that was pre-filled with whatever we set in the options page. And for P, my period, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, or whatever numbers that were there. So a kid in period 4, I could click on him, change it to period 3, and it would change his data. And, when we refresh data, that kid disappears from period 4. And when I navigate to period 3, that kid shows up. Now, the same thing I talked about letter grades, what about a pull-down menu there? And then some kid says he's in digital arts, 3-4. They filled that out in their profile, but they're not in 3-4. They're in 1-2. They're dumb kids. They did it wrong. Be another easy way to change this with little pull-downs. And they're just that little, typical pull-down, not like this, not custom like this. You know what I'm talking about. And there are, for letter grade, we pre-fill. Maybe other teachers deal with minuses. We don't. It's just A, B, C, D, E, A, and F. And that, we change the grade right here on the front end. Simple. The student doesn't see that. That's not something that gets pre-filled on theirs. They still look at their grade through Infinite Campus. That's just for us. But that starts to become a simple way. And instead of being in multiple groups, like right here, and we used to have a way to add multiple groups with that pull down. But this mechanic can aid us in customizing this clipboard and making editing of students who move around so much easier. I hope that made sense.